Hi everyone! We're here. We made it to week one. I am Professor Casey Jones, and I just wanted to check in with you and give you a little bit of a heads up and a reminder about the check-in activity, and then just talk you through it a little bit and point some things out about the assignment. So if you're at the home page, which this is what our home page looks like, if you scroll all the way down, you can click course check-in activity to get to it, or you can also, when in doubt, go to modules. You knew I was going to say that, right? All right, so go to modules, and here we are in the orientation module. Now, I want to point out that when you scroll through the orientation module, that is not everything that's due for week one. Week one is right here. So we've got these two modules to get through during the course of week one. All right, so just be aware of that. And if you scroll down here, I want to point out two things. One, My Virtual Office. Now, if you click on My Virtual Office, this is a place for us to answer questions. Yes, my virtual office is a she shed. What can I tell you? But this is a place for you to ask questions about the assignments or the course where everybody can see the answers. And I can go in and answer once instead of 30 times. Okay? It's also a place where some of you might know the answer. Feel free to answer. Now, I'm checking it every day, but if you're in a hurry, this is a great place to put your question because you can discuss the answers amongst yourselves as well. And then I'll chime in. But I just want to point out that if you have something specific that has to do with you personally, then be sure you email it to me. But if it's a question about the assignment or the course or the module or whatever's going on, please post it here and I'll be sure and get back to you, okay? So I'm just going to click back to modules really quick. I just wanted to point that out because I think it's really important to stay connected and for you to feel free to ask whatever question you have. I mean, it's a communications class anyway, and online, you want to make sure that you know what's going on. So don't hesitate to ask. So when you scroll down here, you're also going to find the course check-in activity, and here it is. Now, this is our no-show activity. So it's the equivalent of going to class and having instructors drop people right then who don't show up for day one so that we can add people. And we do still have some people on the wait list. And I also have another list of people that weren't in the class and weren't on the wait that are trying to get in. So I don't want to lose anybody. I want you to stay. It's a great class. However, if you don't complete the first part of the check-in activity, which is due on Wednesday by 11:59, I'm going to drop you and I'm going to immediately add somebody into your spot. So just take a breath, get it done, and it's all good. But I do want to talk you through the check-in activity. So you just click. All of these things are linked, so click on all of them. And when you go to the check-in activity, I just want to talk you through it a little bit. First of all, I have 3 tabs up here at the top, so be sure you've checked them all out. Whether you're new to distance education or you've taken a ton of classes, I just want to make sure that you're clear on what the terminology is that I'm using and if there's any differences between the way I communicate and maybe another one of your teachers, right? We're all different. We all have a different style of online learning. So I want to make sure that you double check that and you know where we're at. So how many people in this class are hoping to earn an A? How many? Who's working for an A? Okay. How many people are like, if I get a B, especially in this semester, I'm good? Anybody? Okay. And how many people are like, C, if I got a C, I'd be happy with that? Okay. And how many people are like, D, I love getting Ds? Okay, that was a trick question, right? So we're not working for a D. You have your reasons for being here in school. You are working for whatever grade that is. But let me ask you a second question. How many of you are really hard on yourself? Anybody? Yeah, me too. And I was especially hard on myself when I was a student. So I want to say this. In my class, I don't look at things like what's right and wrong. I look at it like there's stuff you're doing well and there's stuff you need to work on. And that's always, right? That's in every class, that's in every job, it's in every day, it's in every workout, whatever. Some of you have jobs and kids and you've got all these other things going on and sometimes you're like a rock star and other days you're not, right? And that's going to happen in class sometimes. So I think it's really important that when I'm grading you, that you take a look at everything that I say that you did well. Because I'm going to give you feedback that says virtual fist bump, and I'm also going to give you feedback that says this is what you need to do. And I'm not doing that for my health. I'm doing it so that you can make every single assignment better as we build through, if you looked at the syllabus and the calendar, as we build to those final projects. So I want you to just think about it that way. So this is what the check-in activity is. Every one of you is really good at something. You're really great at something. You're a good student. You're good at time management. Maybe you're a great baker. Maybe you love to cook. Maybe you're a good big sister. Maybe you're funny. You're a good friend. You can play an instrument. I don't know. Maybe some of you are dancers or singers. Awesome. I think we're going to need some of that this semester, right? So what's great about that is you have something that you're really good at. And so I want you to make a video, a very short introductory video, talking about yourself and telling us what you're good at. That's it. It's short and sweet. Hi, I'm Casey Jones. Something I'm really good at is being funny. I do stand-up comedy. I do storytelling. I've been an actor for years. And it's just something that I love. I'm never going to grow out of it. And so that's it, right? You might use a quote, or you might give us a lyric or a quote from a movie that relates to that, something that keeps you going. And then I want you to wrap it up with a flair. Make sure that we know that you've ended. So before I wrap it up, I just want to say have a great semester. Really hang in there. We're all in this together. And this is going to be a great class. All right, bye. So I want you to start it. I want you to tell us something that you're really great at, something that you love doing. I want you to include a quote or a lyric or a poem and tell us who said it. So I don't want to hear I have a dream and then I never hear anything about Martin Luther King Jr., okay? Citing our sources is incredibly important. So you can see that maybe there's a method to my madness here, but also let's break the ice. It's nice to have a connection with other people in class. So really go for it, all right? You're going to record it, and then I want you to upload it to YouTube. I want you to upload it to YouTube and then either embed the video in your initial post or copy and paste the link into your initial post. What's an initial post? Go up here to terms and definitions and you'll find out. Okay? So the reason why I want you to use YouTube, and if we ever do videos again in this semester, and every once in a while there's something that we do on video, YouTube is the easiest and cleanest way to post it to the discussion boards. MP4, which is what you'll end up having after you record your sound, is those files are just too big, and Canvas is wonky that way. So use YouTube, embed the video, or copy and paste the link, and that's it. Okay, that's all you're going to do. That's how we're going to introduce each other, introduce ourselves to each other, so that we can see each other face to face and have some real interaction, okay? I don't want anyone to feel like you're operating in a bubble. There are real people in this class and we're in it together, okay? All right, that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, welcome to week 1 and let's get it on. All right, bye everyone.